Hey, haven't put up a video in a little while. Really haven't had a whole lot worth saying. I went to the Homesteaders of America conference. Got back from that a few days ago. I also went to the 3-day hog butchering class that was a day before and 2 days after by the Hand Hewn Farm. Andy and Doug, I believe, went to that. Back on the property here, we had a little bit of rain. So what I'm doing today, just some tedious stuff. I had some pretty good sized logs that were nice and straight, really, and probably could have made some good, a couple of good 2x4s or something out of them, especially if I had a sawmill, a bandsaw mill, but I don't. And right now I've got things that are more important. I do have an Alaska mill that I have not even set up and played with yet. So I've got some logs that should be ready to go, but I've got other priorities. And the main priority, what I'm doing right now, I'm up at kind of the south, I guess you'd say the southeast corner, looking towards kind of the west. And it's about 4 o'clock, and you can see there's, some patches of sun, but there's no real bright sun. I've got one solar panel over there keeping the battery, the lithium-ion battery in the truck that runs the refrigerator going. And that's kind of the problem, is right now, with just this, as big as these trees are, and just this one small clearing, I don't get very much direct sunlight for very long at all. And whether it's for gardening, whether it's for solar power, solar hot water, whatever it is, I need bigger clearings to get the sun in here, because these are some pretty tall trees. These are 50 foot, 40, 50, 60 foot easy. And in a small clearing, you just don't get, you get the dappled stuff, but not a whole lot of big stuff. So you see the one kind of windrow in the back, and it's got a whole lot of poles. If you look at these poles right there, they were in a windrow that was right here where it's dark. So there was another whole windrow just like that right there that I have gone through, and a lot of the smaller limbs and brush, wrist size and smaller, have gone through the chipper to make a non-muddy place in the carport over there. And the bigger limbs, I wasn't sure if I was going to save them to use as poles or what I was going to use them for. But right now, you see where all this is. I just bucked all that up with that little MS 170. But I need that tree, at least 1 or 2 of those that are on my property. I might even try to do all 3. The ones that are not, at least I'm not going to touch the ones that are leaning towards the power line. I'd really like to not take down more power lines. Looking down the property line, going straight that way, start working my way here. I've got to get those trees out of there to be able to get enough sun in here for solar, whether it's for garden or for whatever. And these were all in the way. They were too big for me to just drag. And while I could get the backhoe over here, there's still enough little stumps and stobs. I don't want to puncture a tire if I can help it, getting over here to do this. So I'm just bucking it up, and I am going to bring the backhoe over as close as I dare, load it all up in the front bucket, take it over there, and I've started stacking it under the carport. And I'm just going to work my way down and see if I can carefully, since there's not a lot of wind or anything, start taking some more of these trees down so I can get more sun in here. So that's kind of the plan for the day. Like I posted on the Homesteaders of America Facebook page, it's slow progress, but slow progress is still progress. I'll catch up with y'all in a few minutes. Well, I guess I'm at a stopping place. I got all that stuff I was talking about cleaned up, picked up, all that, and decided to work on this tree, which was one of the bigger ones, but it looked like it was already kind of leaning a little bit, or at least had enough limbs on it to be able to go a little bit easier the direction I wanted it, which is the direction it went, and away from those power lines. This is probably, maybe not the biggest, but one of the bigger trees that I've done. And I did it with my very smallest chainsaw, that MS 170, which is, I don't know, 30 cc's or something, and about a 14 or 16 inch bar. I think about a 16 inch bar. It was big enough I was able to use the wedges successfully. And it is about a 16 or 18 inch tree, depending on how you measure it. From the heartwood to the heartwood's about 16, but if you go the outside of the bark to the outside of the bark, it was about 18 that way. And I had to cut it from both sides. I think I did fairly well. I wasn't perfectly in line. It probably would have been easier. I may need to bring my bigger saw out here to do any of the rest of them. By the time I got done with that, the chain was pretty much shot, even because I've sharpened it several times just on the tailgate. So I went ahead and put a new chain on it and was doing some of the delimbing. Didn't get too far, and it's ran out of gas. So for right now, I'm just going to let it cool down, and I'll get back at it tomorrow or the next day whenever I come back. Keep using the small saw for delimbing, and then I may go ahead and throw the big saw in. If I take down another tree, I am happy. I've got my, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Well, I don't have a tripod with me, but I've got my loggers harness thingy-majigger that's got pockets for the small axe. Tripod with me, but I've got my loggers harness thingy-majigger that's got pockets for the small axe and the wedges and a chainsaw tool and all that kind of stuff. So at least I look the part of someone who knows what they're doing. Put all that up. I got the fire going again. It's starting to get dark, getting cool. And I think before I leave, I'm gonna break out the pipes and get a little bit of practice playing the pipes out here in the woods. If I had a tripod, I'd go ahead and set the phone up and record that, but I don't have it with me, so maybe another time. But all in all, at least I got some stuff done today.